Philadelphia's Magic Gardens. It's all the work of the artist Isaiah Zagar. He started creating this space in 1994, and he completed it over 14 years. It's 3,000 square feet of mosaic space. What you're looking at right now, this used to be two empty city lots that were vacant. The landlord who owned them lived in Boston, and he had bought them for about $67,000 as an investment property and wasn't really planning on developing it. And Isaiah owned the building next door, right over there. He used it as a studio and continues to, and he rented out the upstairs as apartments. And the downstairs he mostly used to store things for his murals. But after he contacted the landlord because people were using the vacant lot for things he didn't want them to use it for, and so he put up a fence. The landlord said he could put up a fence, and he did. And after Isaiah got that okay, he gradually started mosaicing the fence, and then he started mosaicing the lot. He hired people to help him dig out the pools, which we'll show you, and just mosaicked it over time. And then around 2000, I believe, the property got reappraised for $300,000. And so the landlord was thrilled because he'd gotten a return on his investment in a way that he hadn't expected. And so he came down from Boston, having not seen the property since 1994, and he saw all of this. And so he told Isaiah that he needed to tear it down, that Isaiah needed to pay for it to be torn down, and that it needs to be torn down by a certain point because he knew what art was, and art was in the Louvre. And so this wasn't done at this point, but a lot of it was done. And so the community banded around Isaiah. A lot of lawyers donated their services, and they were able to purchase this property from the landlord for $300,000. And so part of admissions from visitors goes towards paying off the mortgage on these lots so that they can be preserved.
So this is kind of like what's going on with the city of those community gardens, where the vacant lots are transformed into, public gardens, right? I mean, this is kind of like now, art transforms empty spaces, right?
It is kind of the idea of art. Isaiah just kind of created this because he could and he had access to this space, and he just like felt it.
How many visitors do you get?
I don't have that answer. That would be something you'd have to ask our gallery manager. But we
Okay.
have a lot of visitors,
And I
and it
mean,
increases every year.
and what do they say about when they come here? What are some of the, what is it that, I mean, what do people think about this space and
Well,
what's going on here?
this space actually was rated by I think it was by the Philadelphia Tourism and Marketing Corporation. It was one of the top I think it was 27 places to take a date for Valentine's Day. It was like the most romantic places to go, and so we were included in that. Another thing, the way people react is this isn't something we've asked people to do, but they will write notes and leave them as like a wishing wall in the bottles.